Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Strong Minds at Home with the Fitness and Health Program with Special Olympics Northern California. Thank you for joining us today. We have Chris and Parisa Shelton, who are our wonderful Strong Minds clinical directors. And we also have Brett from Southern California, who's here to join us. Thanks, guys. So excited for you to be here. Chris and Parisa, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, and then we can jump right in.
Okay, so in 2015, I started off with the Special Olympics thanks to Maria Shriver. I presented a practice to help with mental health and stress called QiGong. It's a practice, it's kind of similar to Tai Chi. And so we actually performed at the US Games at Long Beach, and then at the World Games. And so we teach these classes for health and wellness, and they're so simple to do. They're thousands of years old, but they're easy enough for anybody to do from a wheelchair or from a seated position. And Parisa and I, not only do we teach these classes, but also we see patients in clinic. So we work with the Strong Minds program in Northern California, but also we live in Los Angeles as well too. So we kind of share our time together. You want to add that?
Yeah, you did it so good. Yeah, so we're just really excited to be here. Strong Minds is a program that empowers the athletes as well as the coaches and parents to release stress, to uncover blocked emotions so that we can go through our lives with ease and effortlessness.
Yeah, so these ancient practices are so simple to do, and what they're meant to do, like what Parisa was saying, is really to deal with the stress, not only the stress of competition, but also the stress like right now, if we're being quarantined and we can't get out. Unfortunately, the games have been canceled. So what can we do besides physical exercise and sleep and eating right and making sure to hydrate right, that we could do in order to benefit ourselves? And that's what these practices are for. And it's meant for everybody. So it's not only here for you athletes, but it's also meant for the coaches and the families as well too, to deal with the stressful time.
Brett, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your history with Special Olympics? How long have you been involved?
I've been doing it for 16 years, and I met Chris Shelton at the 2015 World Games, Summer Games in Long Beach. My first time I was about 11 years old. Now I'm 28 and I'm still competing. And I met these guys from down in 2015 World Games, and he taught me some techniques to actually speak in front of my biggest crowd was 2,500 people.
Wow.
At Go Nichols concert.
Congratulations. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to do some Strong Minds exercises. I think we are all set. And with that, I will turn it over to Chris and Parisa and Brett. Thanks, guys.
And we're going to get started here in a second, is this practice of QiGong. And we're going to follow along with Brett. He's been kind enough to volunteer his time to share with you his experiences, and he's done these practices. And so we thought it would be appropriate for us three to get together and show you what you could do and what you could share with other people to deal with stress. So we're going to go ahead and step back here.
Step back. Can you see us?
And I'm going to start off with a practice called pulling down the heavens. It's a very simple practice. So before I get started though, I'm just going to have my feet out about shoulders width apart. So I want to look at proper posture. So just like if you play baseball or if you play hockey or lacrosse, whatever, you know, you have a certain posture. Well, with Tai Chi and Qigong, we have this posture called Wuji, which means that we're emptying out our body. We're not locking any joints in the body. So I'm gently going to unlock my knees, but it's not a thigh building exercise. So you don't want to sit too deep, but you don't want to have the knees locked as well. My toes are pointed straight ahead. And then from here, what's going to happen is that I'm going to gently tuck my sacrum underneath. And then from here, I'm going to gently tuck the chin, press up on the top of the head, or you can imagine by tucking the chin that it presses up towards the ceiling, like you're being kind of suspended from a cord. The tip of the tongue is going to curl to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth as if saying the letter N. Okay, so this is the first practice of Tai Chi and Qigong. Second regulation is breath. So we want the breath through the nose, and we could actually coordinate the breathing and control our energy better when we learn how to breathe or reteach ourselves how to breathe. And what in particular, what we want to do is go ahead and pull the breath about 1 inch below the belly button. And you want to allow for the abdomen to expand. So you place your hands on your lower abdomen, and you close your eyes if you want to, but I want you to try to breathe through the nose and expand that abdomen like a ball. Very good. And then exhaling and feel that ball relax. Inhaling. Feel the ball expand and then exhale. Feel how calming that is? Brett, you're doing such an amazing job. Inhaling. Feel that abdomen expand and then exhale. Just feel it relax. So when we're breathing, when we're doing these practices, we just want to pull the breath into the abdomen, in particular about 1 inch below the belly button. And having the hands 1 inch below the belly button is such a great tool to help guide our breath. And did you know that a newborn baby, he or she breathes into their stomach? But as we age, because of stress and things that happen in our life and sometimes poor diet, then what happens is our breathing becomes shallow and into the chest. So by retraining yourself to breathe into the abdomen, it really helps to benefit all the internal organs of the body. Okay, very good. All right. From here, with the breath long, steady, even, and deep, we're going to start off with a practice called pulling down the heavens. We're going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to inhale. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up towards the sky or towards the ceiling. And as I exhale, I'm just going to imagine a white light flowing down through the body. And when I inhale, I'm just going to allow for this white light to come in to calm my mind, letting go of any negative thoughts or feelings. It's such a great way to wash away those, if there's any kind of negative thoughts or feelings. Inhaling and then exhaling. Very good. Okay, first practice here is called tossing the stone. I'm going to bring the arms up about shoulder height. And now I'm going to toss over to my right as I exhale, inhale, and then exhale. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and gaze at the tips of the fingers as you do this. And you could go at your own pace. So inhale up, exhale as you toss. So by doing this, what you go ahead and do is you can imagine any stress, or let's say you have any tension in your neck and shoulders, or maybe you woke up with a headache this morning. You can just imagine that leaving like a dark cloud, leaving the tips of the fingers going several feet away from the body and deep into the ground. So the third regulation of practicing Tai Chi and Qigong is the regulation of mind intention. So we have a saying that says, let the imagination lead the mind and let the mind lead the smooth flow of the qi. And if you have no idea what qi is, just think of it in terms of blood in your body or fluids, because your blood is your qi. If your blood is strong and vibrant, guess what? The person is strong and vibrant as well. Now I could go ahead and use my legs to shift back and forth. What this does, it actually helps to pump the blood up to the chest, up to the heart. Inhale, center, exhale as you toss. So even if you had any upsetting thoughts, maybe you can imagine that leaving like a dark cloud off the fingers, like you're seriously, like you're tossing it away. I'm kind of standing in front of Parisa right now, so I don't toss anything into her.
Thank you.
How's it feel, Brett?
Good.
Okay, and then from here, what's going to happen is that I'm going to slow down, coming back to the middle. Once again, I'm going to pull down the heavens again 3 times. Inhaling through the nose, grabbing the white light, and then exhaling. Allow for this white light to flow down through the body. Inhaling. And then exhale. Just calming your mind. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Just letting go. And then from here, I'm going to bring the feet a little bit closer together. Now I'm going to begin to lightly bounce on the balls of my feet, but this is not a calf building exercise. So you don't have to lift your heels off the ground. So I'm relaxing my shoulders, my hips, my knees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and use my internal vision. And I'm going to focus on the major joints of the body, starting with my ankles. Just allow for any tension or tightness in the ankles to release out through the bottom of the feet. Like a dark cloud flowing down deep into the ground. So even if you don't have any pain here, just focusing and bringing our attention to these different areas of the body actually revitalizes these different areas. So from here, my knees, I'm going to focus on my knees. If I have any tension here, I'm going to allow for that to release, flowing down deep into the ground. You could use a color. It doesn't have to be a dark cloud. It could be a green cloud, a white cloud, whatever feels good to you, whatever you connect with. Next, the hips, the low back. If you have any low back pain or hip pain, just allow for that to gently shake free as well. Very good. Yes. Next, if you have any pain in the spine in between your shoulder blades, especially opposite your heart, just gently shaking that out. If you got anxious about something, just allowing that to shake out as well. Down through the legs, through the feet, and deep into the ground. Next, your fingers and your wrists, just shaking those things, shaking the wrists and fingers out. So if you have any wrist pain, finger pain, just allow for that to release out as well. Guiding out through the fingertips deep into the ground. Next, I'm going to focus on my elbows, my shoulders. I'm going to shake out my head and neck, kind of like a rag doll. We'll shake all that out all the way down deep into the ground. And then from here, I'm going to stop bouncing. I'm going to open up my eyes. I'm going to inhale. As I inhale, I'm going to roll up on the balls of my feet. Imagine golden light from the earth coming all the way up as I bring this energy all the way up and drop. So just slinging down any negative energy or thoughts deep into the ground, inhaling all the way up and exhaling all the way down. Good. So inhaling all the way up. Feel that golden light come up and then reach and then drop. Let's do one more of those. Inhale. Perfect. And release. Okay, the stepping out again. Let's finish off the practice by pulling down the heavens again 3 times. Inhaling. And exhaling. Good. Just feel the breath come in. Imagine the white light touching every cell in your body, every tissue in your body. The next time you get stressed, just doing a simple practice like this is so good. And as I exhale, I'm just relaxing. And then from here, one of my favorite practices, this one is called shaking the tree, because did you know that we are the only animal or one of the only animals or mammals on land that does not shake it off when something happens to us? Just like the Taylor Swift song, shake it off, oh, oh. Okay, I'll stick to my day job of teaching classes. But anyways, it's really the truth. If a dog is happy to see you or if the dog is angry, the dog will shake from head to toe. If 2 ducks get into a fight in a pond, the fight lasts a couple of seconds, they swim away. The first thing they do is they flap their wings. Why? Because they're conscious enough to know that they have that vibration inside their body. As humans, we don't. When we get upset, we hold on to it, and then that's This is what creates inflammation inside of our body. This is what also can create illness inside of our body. So the next time you get upset at something, this is what I want you to do. Starting with your fingers, you're going to inhale all the way up and exhaling. Good. And inhaling all the way up and exhaling. Let it go. Inhaling and exhaling all the way down. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. Plus, this brings a smile to your face too. Because it's such a silly movement, but it works so well. Inhale and very good. And then pulling down the heavens again 3 times. Inhale. Once again, just connecting. Allow for this white light. So if you felt any heat come up from doing that practice, that's normal. So we're just allow for this white light to come in to cool the body, cleanse the body. And inhaling. And then exhaling. Would you like to do brushing the meridians?
Sure. So then brushing the meridians, you're going to grab onto your opposite arm and then come up the body, over the head, down the side, come down the hips, the legs, flick into the floor, then up the inside, the ankles, cross at the belly, upper arm, take a nice deep breath. Do that again. Brush. A gentle brush. With all this social distancing, we haven't been able to get as many hugs in. Have you noticed that? So this is literally like a self-hug.
And I'm sending you a virtual hug.
And here's a virtual hug, a gentle, loving caress from Chris and P and Brett and all of your friends at the Special Olympics. Nice deep breath out. Let's do that 2 more times. Brush up. Kind of messing up my hairdo, but we'll talk about that later. Flick into the floor. Up the inside.
That's why you should have hair like me.
You have a great hairstyle. Exhale, deep breath. And 1 more time. Inhale. And brush down. And brush up. Open and we're going to pat the meridian. So you're going to start at the, I'll go here, and then pat up the inside. We're going to start at the shoulder, gentle tap down, and a gentle tap up. Maybe a few pats on the chest, right there where the arm meets the chest. Give yourself a pat on the back. Tell yourself, good job, self. You made it. We're here. Let's do the other side. Tap down. Good job. And a gentle tap up. This is actually a really great practice to boost immunity. Tap down and back up. We'll do a few just taps on the chest. Oh, give yourself a pat on the back. Pat on the back. Release that. Shake out the hands. We'll pull down heavens 3 times. Nice deep breath. Inhale. And a long, slow breath. Breathe out. Do that again. Deep breath in. Arms come up. And a long, slow breath out. 1 more time. Gathering. Pull it in. And release it down. Massaging the yang organs. The arms come up shoulder height, and then we swing the arms back. Inhale, exhale. As the arms come back, the breath comes out. You can feel the energy at the tips of the fingers, as if you're sweeping away anything that's stuck. Any feelings of sadness. Just imagine it leaving out the tips of the fingers, out with the breath and going deep into the ground.
Yeah, you know, this one is really good also if you have an upset stomach. So if you eat too much food or
gassiness.
Yeah, bloatedness.
Bloated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you want to make it into more of a mindfulness meditation, As the arms come up, you breathe up the belly. As the arms come back, you breathe out. That's it, just like that. Nice sweeping action. Staying long through the spine. Feel the feet grounded down. Feel the top of the head reaching up. We'll do a few more of those. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Relax the arms, pull down heavens 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Don't forget to smile. Inhale and exhale. One more time.
Wow, I feel great already. How do you feel, Brett?
Good.
Feel good, right? You know what's fun about doing the brushing this way is it kind of reminds me of the Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
So anyways, that's a different class. All right, so from here, what's going to happen is that we're going to keep our feet out, shoulders width apart, and then we're going to do a practice where we're going to kind of like you're bending over a barrel. So I'm going to come around, exhale, and I'm going to inhale like I'm lifting a stone. Exhale. So you can imagine connecting with Mother Earth. You know, it was just Earth Day last week, as a matter of fact, right? So connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with the stars, exhaling, and just allow for this to come in. Exhale. Now, if you want to make it into more of a stretch, you could definitely do that. You could definitely come all the way around and then sink deeper. But if you have low back problems, just gently bending is okay. So Parisa is going to demonstrate if you have low back problems.
Oh. Right here.
I did cue that one. So I'm going to inhale, connecting with the planet Earth. So one of the things I've noticed since there's been this, that's our cat, since our quarantine is that actually the plants have been blossoming more. It's like
lots of rosebuds.
Lots of rosebuds
in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
Rose blossoms, I should say.
Exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. And let's go ahead and do 1 more as our cat joins us, and then we'll finish by pulling down the heavens 3 times. Inhale and exhale. See, animals even love doing QiGong.
She's a meditation kitty.
Exhaling. Okay, now from here, we're going to do a movement that helps to benefit your liver. Now, your liver is located on the right side of the body, and it's a big organ. So since I'm facing everybody, I'm just going to focus on my left side, which looks like your right side. But anyways, this is a big organ. It loves to process toxins, but after a certain point, it gets too full. And then it creates things like migraines or eye problems or nerve problems, digestive problems, allergies, food allergies, okay? And so the emotion that affects it is anger or frustration, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to push that anger or frustration away. So as I inhale, imagine a green cloud filling up into the right side of the body underneath the rib cage. As I exhale, I'm pushing that anger away. So if you got frustrated about anything or something made you angry or upset, it's okay to feel that. But now what I want you to do is I want you to focus as you inhale on imagining a green cloud filling up into the liver. Then as you exhale, allowing for that to push away like a dark cloud, going several feet away from the body and deep into the ground. So I'm using my legs still to pump the blood up to the chest. Brett, you're doing such a great job. I see that you're breathing through your nose still. That's perfect. And then you can extend the ligaments in the hands because the liver controls your ligaments and your sinews and tendons. So let's say you're at Costco and you got angry because somebody took the last 24 pack of toilet paper.
Or you're doing a live class and someone knocks at your door.
You allow for that to flow away like a dark cloud. And when we let go of the old anger, the frustration, resentment, then what happens is the positive virtue of kindness comes in and acceptance. You know what else it brings in too? Is it brings in inclusion. And that's what I love about the Special Olympics is that everybody's included. Nobody's excluded. Such a great...
Let me be brave in the attempt.
So allow for that inclusion to come in. A kindness. Again, just using my legs as a pump. Pushing that way. So the way to make this into a mindfulness practice is that if there's something from the past that frustrates you or made you angry, what you do is you'd focus on it. And then what would happen is that you allow for it to go away like a dark cloud, going several feet away from the body and deep into the ground. Yes, we are married.
Yeah. That's why we're not social distancing.
That's why we're not social distancing,
Yeah.
yes. And also our cat is our choreographer for today's session. Okay, from here, we're going to push in, pressing down. Once again, just pulling down the heavens again 3 times, inhaling and exhaling. Just allow for this white light to come in. So even if you spend 10 or 15 minutes a day doing these practices, you start off in the morning, it'll change the way the rest of your day goes. Inhale and exhaling. Okay, Brett, how do we do the heart move? And then we press, yep. Now this is one of the movements that I gave you when I first met you, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Pressing. So there's 2 ways you could do this, like you're holding a ball and then you press, hold a ball, press. Now your heart is the emperor, empress of the body. It dictates how much of an emotion will be expressed or suppressed. But the particular emotions that attack the heart would be abandonment, loneliness, lack of joy, overexcitation, if you get overexcited about things. So the way to make this into a mindfulness practice is to focus on something that creates that for you. And imagine a pink cloud filling up into the heart. And as you exhale, allow for it to leave. So this is one of the practices that I gave to Brett. Man, Brett, I can't believe it's already been 5 years since I've known you.
Yeah.
And we also got to see Brett at the US Games in Seattle, Washington. That was a lot of fun.
Was that last year?
2 years ago, I think.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
So again, imagine the pink cloud coming in, and then the positive virtue that comes when the abandonment leaves is a virtue of love. And we're not just talking about romantic type of love, but the love that all beings innately should have for one another. And also the love that you should have for yourself. It's very important to not be hard on yourself, to give yourself a break and to love yourself. So as I press, imagine as I inhale this pink cloud filling up, then I press. Now, if you want to, when I turn here, I could actually look at the pinky. This is where the heart acupuncture meridian ends. So that's the other thing about QiGong. And by the way, the practice of QiGong is spelled Q-I-G-O-N-G. You'd think they would spell it C-H-I-G-O-N-G. That'd be a lot easier, Qi. But QiGong is actually the foundation of acupuncture in Chinese medicine also. It's also the foundation of Tai Chi as well. So as I inhale, the pink cloud fills up into the heart. And as I exhale, I will allow for any loss or agitation or overexcitation nervousness to leave like a dark cloud, going away from the body and deep into the ground. I'm going to do one more press here. And then I'm going to come back to the middle and pulling down the heavens 3 times. Inhale. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just allow for the white light to come in. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, going into the spleen move, like I'm holding a ball, and then I'm going to shift my weight and transfer the ball to the opposite side. Now I'm going to gaze at my palm as I do this. Now our spleen works with our stomach, and the spleen is located on the left side of the body. You know, that organ is about the size of a small grapefruit, and it has so many responsibilities, producing blood, holding our organs in place. But the emotions that affect the spleen is worry, overthinking things too much, anxiety. As I come around, I'm going to focus on something that creates anxiety for me or worry. What am I worried about? Maybe you're worried that you're going to go to Costco and see that they have no more toilet paper. Okay, and then I allow for the positive virtue of peace of mind and centeredness to take the place of the worry. Serenity, having the serenity, peace of mind. We want to quiet our minds. That's what's so great about the Strong Minds program, is that it gives athletes, the coaches and their families, the tools to be able to, you know, to really deal with stress. And this social distancing and quarantine that we're under right now is really unnatural for humans, because humans are creatures of community. So the fact that we get to share this with you, we're so grateful for, to have this opportunity. And we're grateful to be a part of the Strong Minds program. It's been so much fun. And when I let go of the worry and the anxiety, then guess what? The positive virtue of centeredness, serenity, peace of mind comes in. So the color yellow or orange is associated with your spleen and stomach. So you can imagine it like a yellow cloud filling up into the left side of your body. And you don't have to know exactly where the organ's located. Just by thinking, okay, yellow cloud, left side of the body, guess what? You get the benefit from doing this practice. Strong minds. It's really the truth. Our minds are very, very powerful. We have the ability to create so much by directing our minds in a positive direction.
And also seeing the connection between the body and the mind, I think, is what's powerful about these practices. Connecting those.
Yeah, you start to develop a better mind-body connection. When that happens, guess what? It slows down the aging process. It slows down the disease process.
You get to enjoy the magnificence of the life that is all around us.
Okay, you're going to do one more here, squeezing, and then come back, pulling down the heavens 3 times, inhaling, and exhale. Allow for the white light to come in. Inhale. Like I said, if you ever get tired from standing, today we're doing about 45 minutes, 50 minutes of practice, but you could always sit down and do the practice.
And even just imagining the movements can be beneficial, is that right? Yeah,
so if you're a paraplegic, and just by watching and thinking of the movements actually could help. Okay, so let's just shake out the feet a second. Get that circulation moving. If you need to get a glass of or drink of water real quick, this would be a good time to get a sip of water. I always keep my water right here because, you know, hydration is one of the number one things. Hydration, eating well, sleeping, and then also mentally, emotionally, what's going on with ourselves is really important.
I'll take mine.
Cheers. Wow, that's some great water. You make some great water. And guess what she adds? Water.
Secret ingredient.
Secret ingredient, water.
And love.
Okay, you want to do the last two moving?
Sure.
Lung exercise?
For the lung exercise, we're going to float the arms up about chest height, relax the shoulders, expand, open, and then bring the arms in towards the center. Take a deep breath. Inhale, expand, fill the lungs with air as you exhale. Imagine releasing any feelings of sadness or disappointment. The experience of loss can get stuck in our lung energy. The lungs are responsible for our immune system. So as you go through this movement, you can imagine, sense, or feel your immunity, your cells growing stronger and stronger, feeling brighter and brighter.
Yeah, if you ever lost a loved one, or let's say a pet ran away, or you had to put a pet to sleep and all of a sudden have a cough that's dry, well, that cough is actually the grief stuck in the lungs. And so the way to make this into a mindfulness practice is you would focus on that loss. Feel it, who's involved, what's involved as I inhale, then as I exhale, just imagine that loss leaving like a dark cloud going away from the body and deep into the ground.
We'll do a few more of those. Expand and release. 2 more. Deep breath in, long breath out. Come in, push down. Did I miscount?
You miscount.
And one more time, just one time here. Pull down heavens. Inhale and exhale. Next, we're going to focus on our kidneys. So take one hand and place it on the low back. The other hand comes out in front. Keep the knees soft.
Just going to show where it comes.
Yep, you can see where Chris has it resting on his low back. And we're going to circle down, up, and around. So just like that opening move that Chris did when we talked about the low back, if you feel tension in your low back, then you may decide to not fold as forward. If you feel more flexible, you want a little bit more movement, then you can go deeper into the stretch as you fold forward and circle the arm down, up, and around. The gaze follows the hand. You can imagine water, like one of those water wheels, as if you're scooping up water, making a nice smooth circle. The kidneys are associated with the feelings of fear and shock. The positive virtue that comes forth is wisdom, willpower, fortitude. We'll do one more cycle on this side. Come up, bring the hand to the low back. The other hand comes in front. Reverse the circle, down, up and around. Using water as an example of how one might want to live their life. Going with the flow, taking the low position, being soft yet hard.
I believe that was one of Bruce Lee's sayings, right? That be like water. Yes.
Be like water, my friend.
The thing about water is that it's soft, but it could penetrate rock.
It takes the shape of the container that is holding it.
It always takes the lowest position.
And is ocean bound, seeking to reunite with the whole. Come up to the top, release the arms. Shake out the arms, pull down heavens 3 times. Deep breath in. And exhale, feeling the front of the body from the forehead to the feet. Do that again. Arms come up. As the arms come down, now focus on the back side of your body from the head to the heels. Let's do that one more time. This time, focus on the center core of your body, whatever that means to you.
Okay, so the last practice here as we wrap up, we're going to go ahead and place our hands once again over the lower abdomen. This is called the white pearl meditation. And as we inhale, we're going to imagine as our abdomen expands, a white pearl forming underneath our hands. As we exhale, imagine this white pearl filling up my kidneys on the low back opposite the belly button. Each time I inhale, the pearl gets brighter and brighter. And then as I exhale, I'm going to imagine that this white light fills up into the kidneys, strengthening our kidneys, making sure all of our organs are nice and strong, vibrant. Inhaling. Exhaling into the kidneys. Again, inhale. The pearl expands, and then I exhale. Allow for the white light to go into the kidneys, and then let's do one more breath. Inhale. And exhaling. And releasing into the kidneys, and then slowly open up your eyes, shaking out your feet. Okay, how's everybody feel? How do you feel, Brett?
Good.
I feel relaxed.
Relaxed. Really, really relaxed.
Yeah.
I feel very relaxed. Thanks, guys. So if people have additional questions, is there a good way to reach you? Do you have social media or?
The best way to reach us is through our website, sheltonqigong.com, as well as the social media handles are Chris Shelton, QiGong, and Morning Crane.
Yeah, so it's Chris Shelton, QiGong, so QiGong. Sometimes people will try to spell it QUY, so they'll call the office, they'll say, yes, I'm inquiring about that QiGong class. Like, where's Qui? Where'd she go?
Who's gone?
Yeah, so it's QiGong, yeah. So it's, yeah, and that's the best way. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the YouTube channel also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, because also on YouTube, we have all these practices for free as well. So, please share. And each week we release a video on some health related topic. Because we're really about empowering people and about empowering you to be the best person that you could possibly be.
Mm-hmm. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you.
Bye. Miss you.
Bye.